My name is Zachary Parsons-Lozinski, but my drag name is Lilith Fair. Drag to me is the deconstruction and satire of what it means to have a gender.
Those who don't know what drag is all about, drag is a performance art that's been around actually for centuries, literally. In the last decade alone, drag has just exploded into this amazing art form.
So I used to do my lips earlier on in the process, because then I would do my eyes and boom, I'd be a lady. I wanted to get in touch with myself as a queer artist, more so than that, and I knew that Edmonton had a really rich history of drag and drag connected to theatre. There's something really special, I think, that happens when somebody gets into drag for the first time. I think that there's an idea that you're putting on a character and that it is like a mask. But the longer you do it, you understand that despite all of the makeup and despite the wigs and the costumes and all of that, getting into drag allows yourself the freedom to speak authentically.
In the temple each day, for my lover I pray. My faith and hope undying keeps whispering, cease your sighing. All my pleading seems vain. Nothing eases my pain. Someplace, sometime, somewhere, he will surely hear my prayer. This next song was originally composed for the German film The Great Love, starring Swedish superstar Zara Leander, who became the German diva when Dietrich and Garbo moved to America. Zara wanted all of the music in the film to be composed by her very good friend, Bruno Balls, but there was just one issue. Bruno had already been shipped off to the concentration camps alongside all of the other known homosexuals. In an ironic twist, the following song was embraced by the queer prisoners of the camps, something that they would sing to each other when all hope seemed lost. Where is the someone who understands me? Someone who understands we're meant to be. Then I get used to it, that's when I smile, and then I see. That's not how the world will end, though it can often seem gray. One day the sun will shine again. One day the sky will be blue again. Though it makes our heads spin round, and sometimes it feels upside down. The Pansy Craze came to an end in New York City when prohibition was finally lifted and the booze began to flow again. Liquor laws were amended so that only venues which were considered wholesome could serve alcohol. And of course, none of the Pansy bars passed that test. Any establishment which catered to or supported queer life was forced to shut down. Laws were brought in which banned openly queer performers from performing on Broadway stages. So many pansy entertainers headed west to Hollywood to see if film could be a medium for our storytelling. And then the Hays Commission clamped down on sexuality in all Hollywood films, restricting how women and people of color were represented and erasing queerness completely. Female impersonation became a crime.
The current government that we have is not supportive of our community. We all know that. And so we do need a change, because if we don't get that change, it literally puts the gay people back in the closet.
We are seeing a rise in hate-filled, fear-fueled conservatism in a way that is mirrored perfectly by what ended the original Pansy Craze. It's a very scary time to be anything other than a white, cisgendered, heterosexual guy. The act of being openly queer, just in general, is inherently political. The more conservative the politics around you, the more necessary it is for you to be outrageous and more authentically queer, because no one else is going to do it. We need to do it.
We know now that we're not alone. We know now that we're not just this, isolated group of people within the general community. We know we have friends and allies all around us to support us. So the counter protests that are happening at all these religious protests that are happening, those are a sign of the progress that we made.
It's only ever been about love and acceptance and art and beauty and comedy. We will go out into the world, we will find the money, we will create the system of support that we need. We will form that family tie that creates a safety net when no one else will.
That's not how the